Hello wonderful person, this is Anton and welcome to episode 5 of Surviving Mars. Now, before we start, I just wanted to clarify a few things based on the comments that some of you wonderful people left. First of all, this is not meant to be a successful story. As a matter of fact, I intended to fail. I intended to create a colony that fails miserably, mostly because I wanted to see how far we can take this game and what we can actually experience as quickly as possible. I didn't really want to create a series that's going to last for like 100 hours. I just wanted to see if I can basically survive in the most harsh conditions. So, after I basically destroyed a few buildings here and there, and after I kind of unofficially launched my peeps, my first people on Mars, during a very, very dangerous electrostatic dust storm, I obviously knew kind of in advance that things are not going to go well. So yeah, expect things to happen badly. So let's call this now the beginning of the end. If I can survive longer than this episode, I'll be very, very impressed. Second of all, I'm actually going to start using this as an opportunity to possibly employ a few educational techniques here and there. In other words, we're going to learn about some of the science used in this game. I keep scrolling around. I don't know why I'm doing this. I think it's like cinematic in some way. But anyway, we're going to start learning about some of the components and some of the science behind the various tools in this game, starting with where is it? Starting with the Moxie generator. There it is. Oh, it was right in front of me. I actually wanted to tell you a little bit more about... That is not a Moxie generator. I don't know why I thought this was a Moxie generator. I believe I placed it here somewhere though, didn't I? I thought I did. Oh, there it is. It was right next to it. Anyway, so this thing right here, because I think this game is so scientifically accurate and so educational that there's just it would be a sin for me not to try to use this as a teaching moment. There's just too much cool stuff here, and if you don't actually spend time reading some of the detail, it's just kind of a waste of a game. So first of all, what exactly is Moxie? Well, it's a concept. It's still not something that we have working, but it's based on the idea of something that's called Mars Oxygen ISRU experiment. If you have ever played Kerbal Space Program, you may know what ISRU stands for. It's basically kind of a type of an extractor, also known as in situ resource utilization. In other words, using resources right there on the spot. Moxie stands for Mars Oxygen Experiment, and it's basically going to be an experiment that's going to be launched in 2020 by NASA, essentially. And it's going to be part of Mars 2020 rover. Now, the idea here is to put this 15 kilogram device that's going to be not as big as this, obviously. This is more of a futuristic design. That's going to attempt to extract pure oxygen from CO2. It's using something known as solid oxide electrolysis, and I'm not really going to go into the chemistry of this, but it's basically like it's sucking in CO2 from the atmosphere of Mars. There's not a lot of atmosphere, but most of the atmosphere is CO2. And then it's going to use electrolysis, which is basically a kind of a very interesting technique of using solid fuel cells to convert things into other things, to turn CO2 into carbon monoxide, which is CO, and oxygen. Now, this is a very, very important experiment, and we might as well start playing the game while I'm talking. Actually, let's see what we found. We've discovered a few things. Okay, not important, not important, somewhat important. Building not working. Yes, I am aware. I'm aware of this. I'm aware of the difficult situation I find myself in. But yeah, anyway, so it is going to basically produce two components: CO, carbon monoxide, and also oxygen. Now, oxygen, well, you need it for many things, but the reason we want to produce it now is to be able to refuel these beautiful devices, rockets. If we can produce oxygen on site, we can then store this oxygen in the tank similar to this tank, and then this can be used to fuel rockets. Obviously, way before people come there. And then after people come, we can use it for breathing. So that's the first purpose of the 2020 mission using Moxie. The other mission is to try to create CO, which is carbon monoxide, which can also be used to power rockets. In other words, this device right here can potentially produce fuel for us very, very easily, very cheaply. And it can produce quite a lot of it relatively fast. The little tiny version, the 15 kilogram version, can actually produce something like 22 grams of oxygen per hour, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you actually create a version that's this big, it's going to produce a lot of oxygen really, really quick. So in some sense, it's actually a realistic mission that's going to be launched relatively soon, and will eventually possibly create a way for us to create oxygen in remote locations. Now back to the game. Things are going pretty horribly for us. Is anyone alive? I actually haven't checked on the status of my citizens. They are sleeping, but I don't know if they're sleeping or if they're just plain dead, because last I checked on them, they were both suffocating and a little bit thirsty, as in like totally parched. Like they needed so much water that they were basically dying. Lightning, thank you for that. I needed that more than anything. Also, in the last part, we finished on this part. I was about to basically find a solution to my water shortage by adding a water extractor, an underground water extractor that was supposed to magically deliver water to my citizens through a very large series of tubes. It turned out that apparently, and I'm probably doing something wrong again, but apparently pipes don't reach that far. Like you can't go that far. Like, how is that even a thing? Why can't I go that far? So I think I have to place a bunch of like tanks on the way. So maybe I'll place a tank here. Let's see if this solves the problem. And while I'm doing this, I actually wanted to mention one more thing. So some of the comments were saying that how I maybe should consider doing a few things differently. Like I may want to watch a few videos and learn how to play the game, which is, I mean, thank you for commenting and thank you for, you know, making me feel like I don't know how I'm playing this game, but that's the whole purpose. I'm just having fun. We're learning as we go. And honestly, I don't intend to win this, but if I can actually survive as a robotic colony on top of Mount Olympus for like, I don't know, let's say 100 souls, 100 Mars days, I'll be super happy. I'll be super, super happy. Anyway, so we're going to scan these areas because I actually want to see how much stuff we can discover. But my goal in this particular game is to really just explore the peak of the Olympus Mons, find out what it has on it, maybe do some of the scanning here as well, and create just like a big robotic colony. I don't really intend to have a lot of people here. I don't think I'll be very successful in putting people colony on Mars, but we'll see. You never know. You learn as you play, you know? That's right. So we're going to take it easy here. So if you do intend on watching this until the end, there's about, 90% chance that this might not go well for the people that I'm bringing here, but it will go well for the rest of us. Anywho, commanding drones, let's bring them right here. I'm going to start building this. And I'm thinking I'm not going to make any big plans this particular part, mostly because, well, really, there's only one sort of big plan. The big plan right now is to have at least one person survive on Mars, like for about 9 hours. I want at least one of them to survive, because I brought like, what, 14 of them? I don't even know what happened to most of them. Oh, look at that. This one person in here is like sitting and chilling and doing stuff. I also realized I probably should start building more buildings. So we do have a farm, right? Yeah. We might want to place a few more parts here. So might as well do that. Let's skip this a little bit. Let's see what happens. We'll wait for some important event. But I think I may need to place a, not a nursery. Where is it? There's got to be like a food place, right? Here we go. Diner. Let's place a diner. And also, someone mentioned I should probably place an infirmary, because if people get sick, they won't have anywhere to go to get better. So we'll do that as well. And look at that! Suddenly there's action all over the place. Things are being built and things are being constructed. So in this video, in this part, if I can survive for 7 more hours, I will be exceptionally, tremendously happy, because that's when we can re-enable our Moxies and our water generators, and we can start constructing and collecting a lot of stuff. Wow, these guys are really fast. This is way faster than you'd expect the real robots to build anything. Okay, so it looks like we have about 3 more hours left of the dust storm, and I can see, yeah, at least 3 people alive. 4 people, 5, 6. Oh, okay, we're good. We have like half of our colony still sort of surviving. Let's actually click on one of them. Oh, that's the first person on Mars, everyone. Savannah Sheldon, welcome, welcome. You don't look so good, but looks like your comfort level is pretty low, but you don't really have an actual like water level. And also apparently you're covered and you're lazy, and I love it. I love how the first person on Mars, a founder is, as a matter of fact, is a lazy coward. That's exactly who I wanted to bring here. I love it. Anywho, the people I wanted here are actually here. Okay, building not working. What is it? Oh, okay, that one that has no water. That's pretty obvious. Okay, so 1 more hour. 0 hours. 0 hours left. And the last lightning strike. And it looks like, it seems that we have maybe survived. Oh, I can also build more pipes here. And that's right, we did it. We survived I'm gonna call it the thirst of, what year is it? I don't even know. Sol 12. That's not a year, it's a day. With the great thirst. The great unquenchable thirst of Sol 12. And look at that, everyone's suddenly like eating and drinking and merry and happy and working and doing stuff, and everyone's fine. Everything was fine, and it just worked out for us. I mean, it was really planned all along, if you haven't realized, but no, it really wasn't. I had no idea what I was doing. But these things are working now, and I have 2 of them, which is absolutely amazing. So that means I will be able to produce a lot of water. And now we also have 2 water towers, and we have another water construction on the way that's going to bring even more water. One problem here is that I still don't really know how to... Oh, never mind. I do know, it's doing it automatically. I don't know why it's doing it, but I guess there's maybe people inside, because I thought it needed people. Anywho, so it is producing water, taking it from underground, and it's collecting it right here. So now we're going to have water, and we're not going to ever die of thirst ever again. And we're going to be absolutely fine. Correct? Correct. Okay, so we're missing... What are we missing? We're missing some metal here. I'm going to bring some metal from this location. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to try to basically build up this part. I would like, at least, to have a slightly better looking colony. And I love how there's like a traditional classic American diner in the middle. That's just hilarious. It's very, very cool. And a very, very cool looking hospital too. And a very awesome looking hospital. Like, this is a better hospital than I've ever seen in like real life. Not to mention science fiction life. So we have a hospital, we have a diner, we have a farm that's producing food, I believe. Is it producing food? Yeah, it is. 4.8 food. We now want to maybe kind of sort of construct something else. For example, I think a research lab would be a good start. So do we have... Yeah, we do have enough electronics. We're going to place a research lab right here, because I think I might need it at some point in the future. And we do have spacebar. Yeah, this is what I wanted. I wanted, like, I mean, seriously, what kind of a game could you possibly have, especially a science fiction game, that does not have a spacebar? That's like the best thing to have. Security station, I don't think we'll need it yet. Casino complex, open air gym. Okay, yeah, I think I'm all for exercise. Let's place a gym in here. And also, you can actually... Wow, amazing. You can buy games inside the game. This is like a meta thing here. An electronics store. But we're not going to place this just yet. I think this is enough for now. Grocer, food shopping. Is it small? If it's small enough, I'll place it somewhere. Yeah, let's place it here. Alright, so that's a good start. I think this is a pretty good initial colony. Very, very sort of rudimentary, but does seem to have enough stuff on it. Or in it. Resources are low. To have a happy community of 14 people. Okay, what am I missing? I'm missing food. Why am I missing food? I thought I'm producing enough food. Oh, okay. It does say that there's not enough water right now. So looks like Something is blocking my water supply. And it's probably because this needs maintenance. So we might as well request maintenance. So let's repair this. I think the water is not being delivered right now. So there's a slight problem. A little problem that we can't really complain about because we had much bigger problems this episode. But I am absolutely sure everything is going to turn out just fine at the end. Now, I haven't actually checked if we lost anyone. I think Colony Overview does have the colonists here. And we currently have 10. Okay, 10 plus 4. Oh, okay, so it is 14. So there's 4 vacant work slots and 10 colonists. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. That's very, very interesting. Does that mean that maybe some of them are just somewhere else? Where are those 4 people that are... They came on a spacecraft, right? I was pretty sure that they were here. Let's see this again. It doesn't actually say anything, but maybe 4 of them did kind of sort of perish. Or maybe they got eaten by other colonists. That would totally make sense. I mean, I'm not against that. You know, you're surviving on a foreign planet. You need to do your best. You need to get water and nutrition from somewhere. Eat your comrades. Okay, I really don't recommend this, but maybe that's what they did. Anywho, ooh, look at that. This thing needs some repairs. This needs a lot of repairs. I love the effects here. Look how beautiful this is. This looks like a very, very dusted out, I guess, what is this? Fuel refinery, that's it. Okay, so moving on with our lives, and Moxie is working just fine. Oxygen supply is good. Maybe, just maybe, we're gonna place another oxygen tank here. I think that might be a good idea because I believe we were kind of sort of low on oxygen last time. Although, I guess, no, I guess maybe we'll do this if we bring more colonists. Right now, it's not a big deal. We can do just fine with what we have. Alright, so is my system working or what? Oh, oops, I forgot to bring someone. I forgot to bring this guy. Did he load himself with metal yet? No, why not? Okay, let's bring the metal. Alright, so with all those other things in place, let's actually maybe take a look at some of the new research that we have available here. And a lot of it is actually related to social stuff. But I think a lot of these are just... okay, this is more applicants on Earth, or from Earth. One-time grant, so I do need this. This will give us more money. This here, Martian education, allows us to... well, essentially, I guess, train... scientists on the planet as opposed to just bringing scientists from Earth. This lowers the risk of colonists developing flaws after sanity breakdown. Okay, that is interesting. So apparently they can go crazy, and that is something I'm totally looking forward to. I would love to have my colonists go crazy and just do things that are not expected. We also have a few other updates that are blinking. So we have this here, Explorer AI, generate 100 per soul for each explorer. Oh, never mind, this is already finished. There's drone swarms. This is something that adds additional drones. Not something that's very useful right now, but maybe in the future. Drone hub, control drone, allocate them to different jobs. Once again, not very useful. I don't think I have any problems with drones right now, but this is very useful. This increases our oxygen and power storage capacity by 50%, so I'm going to add this here. And this gives us a new building, a high-rise apartment on Mars. Yay! Water reclamation, drastically reduce the water consumption of the dome. Yes, yes, please. As a matter of fact, can I maybe get this higher up the chain of food? I can't. I don't know how. Is it the right button? No, it's not. Okay, we'll get it eventually. And the rest we'll take a look at it later. Oh, wait. Ability to require maintenance less often. Yes, I need this as well. As a matter of fact, can I maybe not get soil adaptation? Oh, this is good too. I like all of these. Yeah, there's actually a lot of good research that's coming up that is very useful and will help us quite dramatically. Because this is turning out to be a more difficult game than I anticipated. And I love this. I love challenging games so much. Moving on. So we are loading some metal here, right? Oh, wait, we already did. So let's bring it to the other location so that the drones can use it. We're going to unload it right here. And we're going to finish building this up. Also, might as well connect these things with a pipe. So let's take a pipe, put it from here to here. And this will hopefully be that connection that I'm requiring right now to transfer water from my water extractor far, far away to essentially the colony itself. I hope it works. If it doesn't work, then I might be screwed. I might have to find a different way of doing this. But if it does work, we have found a way to basically transport things remotely and efficiently through vast distances. Alright, so far so good. We did seem to improve our colony a little bit. So now we have, look at that, we have a basketball and a running court. No, sorry, that's not a basketball. No, it is basketball. It's like a one side basketball. There's a space bar, which looks kind of abandoned right now. Wait, what kind of bar is this? What are those? Are those like self cubicles for drinking by yourself? That is sad. Are you asking my colonists to drink by themselves? That is very, very sad. Then we have this, which is a grocer, which seems to be automated with the produce available 24/7. I'm guessing this is the actual food that is produced by the grocer. And then finally we have... Oh, that's it. That's all we built. But I'm liking the look of this so far. We still have some space here. A pretty nice, pretty cute looking colony. I don't really know if there's anything that we don't have enough of. I think I just saw water actually. Did I just see water that's being... Oh no, never mind. Yeah, no, everything's fine. Maintenance, it does require maintenance soon. Yeah, so we do need to actually continuously produce stuff, which is something that might become a problem soon. I don't know if I'll have enough of resources eventually to support the entire colony, because like say this breaks down right now. That means I have to bring a drone here, fix this thing, and use up one metal to fix it. All right, it's one metal? Yeah. Eventually, I'll have to fix a lot of things. Like this thing right now needs to be fixed, right? Fuel refinery. So I might as well... well, actually, right now I'm going to just keep it down. I don't really need fuel. But eventually, I'll need to, like, fix it. And that means I have to use up some material. And this requires 2 metals to fix. And there is not that much metal going around. I mean, I have a lot now, but with time, I won't. As a matter of fact, if you look here, this already used up quite a lot of metal. Anywho, so I guess I'm gonna actually maybe start collecting some more stuff. Like, can I collect this? No, I can't. This is an asteroid, I believe. No, it's uncollectible. Okay, well, let's see what we... maybe this? Oh yeah, this we can collect.
Sector scanned.
So we can start collecting more metal here, and maybe, just maybe, this will help us get more material. And also scan some of the remaining anomalies as well. Now, I think eventually what I want to try to do is basically create another base here, because I know there's a lot of concrete here, and maybe connect these two with a tunnel. Hopefully this will work. This is basically going to be the tunnel going from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the mountain, which is, by itself, sounds pretty epic. Alright, so this seems to be working, right? Insufficient power. Oh, because I didn't bring a battery here. That's okay. We don't really need that much water. There is a lot of water stored though, which is great. And they're suggesting I build a garden. Okay, maybe we'll do that. Let's see what we have here. So we're gonna go in here and possibly build a tiny garden to give my colonists a little bit more comfort, a little bit more feeling of home, right there, right next to their place. This will hopefully make them feel better, because right now they're not feeling so good. Probably because of the, the whole situation of we're about to die of thirst and or lack of oxygen. It's understandable. It's totally understandable. Okay, we scanned another sector and apparently has nothing in it. That's horrible. And we now have a new notification. Crop failure. No edible food has been harvested. That's a thing. Apparently that's a thing. Oh, look at this. Wow. We're actually growing stuff in a very efficient manner. So apparently we didn't really make any food this turn. And that is probably because... Oh, actually, I don't know why. Oh, I think it's because we had no water. Maybe that's because of the lack of water. Yeah, that's not good. Maybe there might actually be a food shortage soon. But I believe we might be able to produce a new type of a food thingamajiggy soon, which I saw somewhere. There was a farm, right? Yeah, right here. Research soil adaptation. Oh, okay. So I need to create a way for us to adapt to the Martian soil, because unlike Earth soil, Martian soil is basically just barren, like sand and radioactive dust particles that are not particularly good for anything coming from Earth. Unlike the movie Martian shows you, where it does seem a little bit easier, but it's not as easy as the Martian portrays. Okay, so we're gonna wait a little bit, and what we're gonna do is, I guess, try to create a more functioning colony, and also send a few rockets back. I might actually wanna, I'm gonna repair this, and I think I'm gonna re-enable this, because I want to start producing fuel again. The point right now is to basically bring back, or not bring back, but bring a few more colonists to us, just so we can actually start producing more stuff. But also create a kind of profitable economy. So I basically want to start extracting rare metals, or something. I want to send back to Earth something that costs, that gives us money. And I think we might be able to do this in the next part, because I think for this part I kind of covered the most important things, and I think the most important thing here was surviving, 1, and 2, creating a colony that is a little bit more advanced. And look at that, everyone's happy and running around. Oh, look at that.
The odd composition of the debris collected from the anomaly site has proven to be an uncrackable riddle for our science team.
Okay, so we did discover something new. Specifically, effect here is a genius applicant is available on Earth. So we could actually bring a genius here. No pressure, because chances are he might or she might die pretty soon. But this is actually how the bar works. That's hilarious. Okay, so many questions about this. I have so many questions. Mostly like, why? But also, what? And I just love it. I love the design and everything about it. It elevates you to the new grounds to drink and to feel happy. But anyway, yeah, so... oh, no energy. What? What is this? Not enough power. That's a new. So do I need to produce more power? Is my battery entirely drained? Oh, it is. Look at that. I didn't even notice that. Wow, so all these new buildings are now draining a tremendous amount of energy. Which means that in the next part, we're going to be building this up. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to stop this here. We're going to try to build up the colony a little bit more next time. And for now, that's it. Alright, so I do have quite a lot of new problems to solve in the next episode, and specifically the energy shortage. It's not as big as people dying, but it's still a problem. For now, though, we're going to stop this here. And I just realized I think this building completely got... yeah, it's abandoned now. It's basically broke. I have to fix it. So no fuel is produced right now, but we might as well click on this and start producing more things. Oh wow, it needs a lot of materials again. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I didn't realize that if you power down a building, it will still drain maintenance, which is maybe something that is a little bit too strict in a sense, because I think a lot of buildings will actually start dying pretty quickly if you don't pay attention to them, to their maintenance level. Anyway, so we're gonna stop this here. Come back and watch the next part, where we're going to try to build up this colony a little bit more. For now, I think we've accomplished quite a lot. Thank you for watching, guys. See you tomorrow. Space out, and as always, bye bye.